This is Mr. Keedy. He's a middle-aged guy from the Midwest, and I work with him. He's always got something interesting to say, so I'm forcing him to start a blog, whether he likes it or not.
Gnomes are people too. Bet you don't know that. They're real, as real as any creature on Earth. They live underground in your backyard. In fact, I don't know where I'm going. I like gnomes. There's a lot of reasons why I like gnomes, and I think they deserve more respect and publicity even. And this book is all about gnomes, the factual history of gnomes. Some of the things I've learned from this book is they could live to be about 400 years old. They're 7 times as strong as Schwarzenegger or any of the big guys. They love to smoke pipes, not anything that you shouldn't be smoking. And yet they can dance, they're nimble, they're only about 7, 8 inches tall, maybe not even 8. So they couldn't play basketball. Some things that might amaze you about gnomes is that during the winter, they are the ones that keep the rodents alive by feeding them their scraps. And so you don't have to worry about rodents. You don't have to, they're going to be fed. Their brain is much larger than any man also, so they're strong and they have a brain. They can run very, very fast, like as fast as a rabbit. If you've ever seen your dog chase a rabbit in the backyard, you know how fast that is. They do have a few natural enemies, including trolls and bugs, but that's not so bad. If somebody told me that gnomes were lame, I think I'd have to slug them, and I'm not a violent man. They're lifesavers, and they keep dogs entertained in the winter because I know my dog is always going outside barking at nothing, and I know it's a gnome. I have to admit I've never seen a real gnome, but I think it's sort of like Santa Claus. And if you look at this gnome, it's sort of a miniature Santa Claus. And I think if you believe in Santa Claus, you believe in gnomes. I think that's a given. This isn't a real gnome. This is a miniature gnome. And gnomes, granted, are small. They're only about 6 to 7 inches tall. And they're small because they live underneath trees in these little homes, so they have to be small. The tall size 6-foot gnome would have to live in a house. And every gnome couple has one set of children, and they're twins. Their mating habits are very much like human mating, although they're much more frenetic and acrobatic. I think it has to do with the tall hat the man and the women wear, and it's sort of they can spin. You have to use your imagination. I think that's all I should say. And by the way, these are both male. These are twins, the same mother and father. But these are male. Females are cute. They have big bosoms, and I think men like that. And you can see this female gnome right here. Her figure is a little bit round. A skinny gnome wouldn't survive the winter under a tree, obviously. So they're sort of traditional, but that may change someday. Gnomes may not be unfamiliar to you because of the Travelocity website and the commercials on TV. They use a gnome as a spokesperson, and I'm a little bit confused by that because gnomes don't like to travel. I think they're just trying to capitalize on the cuteness of a gnome. You might be curious about the bosomy woman. Well, here's a picture, in fact, see if we can get this for you, of a gnome man and a gnome woman in the nude. I think they're playing a game. Oh, no, they're trying to make a start a fire. I think it's a gimmicky picture because gnomes have matches, and they've tapped into our gas lines and have gas stoves and all, but sort of a exploitation picture there, but cute couple. I think they are old. They can live to be at 400. So, fact, gnomes have been known to hold their urine for an entire day. I wish I only had to go to the bathroom once a day. They don't urinate in public. The female ovulates only once in her life. Exactly how that works, we do not know. The male remains potent until about 350 years of age. This might be the longest anyone's ever talked about gnomes. So I think that's all. See ya.